Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimberly, also known as VivaVerduras. Today we are going to talk picadillo. On my Instagram, I asked you guys what recipes you want me to put together. I got a couple of good responses, but one that stuck out to me was a vegan picadillo. It has some sort of ground beef and potato. It's sort of like a stew almost, and some recipes have like peas, carrots, some sort of vegetable. I figured I would take this recipe, veganize it, and see how good it turns out. Thank you to TOXJAZ for recommending that on my question sticker that I put on my Instagram story. Enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and dive right into the recipe. Here are my ingredients. My potatoes, I have diced them. I peeled them, diced them, and I have them sitting in water so they don't change color. I have 2 chipotle peppers. I have a couple of cloves of garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so I added a little bit more, probably 2 standard. A couple bay leaves, oregano, about a tablespoon of cumin, 4 roma tomatoes. Make sure they're washed. About a half an onion. I split that in half. I diced one half of it, and then I left the other one just a wedge. I have my carne de soya, aka soy meat, better than bouillon, no beef base, regular vegetable broth. This here right now. So I'm going to take my soy meat, and this is a medium-sized saucepan. I'm just going to layer or coat the pan with about 1 layer of this vegetable stock. Pour it all over, and I'm going to actually cover all of the soy kernels, or whatever you want to call them. And then I'm going to put my heat on a low medium heat. Now the purpose of this is, again, because this is dry, you want to rehydrate this all. So you could do this with water, but because there's no flavor to this, I want to add as much flavor as possible. So that's why I'm adding the vegetable broth. Add my bay leaves to it. A little bit of my oregano, probably half of it, and I'm going to save the other half when I actually cook it. Let this simmer for a little bit. Okay, so if you could tell, you see how they're now rehydrated? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my bay leaf. So I'm going to drain this and then put this in a bowl and set aside, okay? So I drained my soy meat. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of oil. Now you have to remember that because it's not real meat, you don't have a lot of fat. The real meat brings out a lot of the natural fat, so you don't really need oil, but because ours doesn't, we have to compensate. Adding my onion. Garlic. Add it back in. And let's get it cooked just a little bit. So we rehydrated it, now we're actually going to cook it to where it browns a little like actual meat. Let's add our spices. So we're gonna add our cumin, oregano. This is the other half, okay? So I'm gonna add, you see how like super thick and rich in color? This is gonna hopefully give us that meat-like ground beef look. So I'm gonna add this, a tablespoon. And I'm adding water again because I'm going to put the potatoes in here. now I'm gonna add my salsa. It's on high right now, so I'm gonna wait for it to bubble up. Okay, now that you see it bubbling, and we are going to cover, leaving it for 15 minutes. My timer just went off, so let's check and see how it is. It smells really good. Our potatoes are almost perfect. I'd say about another 5 minutes. Cover it up and we'll come back. Okay guys, I think this is it. Moment of truth. Okay, let's try it. So I'm gonna turn this and I'm just gonna let this sit. So 15 minutes I had it on low, checked it, set it for another 5 minutes. Now turn the heat off. Now I'm gonna let it sit for 5 minutes again.
Okay, moment of truth. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I can eat this all day. All day. Man, this is really good. I'm sorry, I can't say anything else other than that. You know when food's so good that you just dance? You're just like, okay, you guys, I'm gonna finish enjoying my vegan picadillo. But if you enjoyed this recipe or you end up making this recipe, please tag me on Instagram because I would love to see how it turned out. Remember, add the veggies, keep the culture. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!